Hello everybody, this is Woolrig, and we're on episode 31 of Infinity Evolved. I am going to disenchant some stuff. So the disenchanter, if I put the books in the right spot, oh, gotta wait for it to work. The auto disenchanter is a machine from Mine Factory Reloaded. Pretty simple to build. Just a few pieces, some diamonds. Fortunately, we know how to craft those now, and nether brick. So you have to have gone to the nether in order to build this. That's not terrible. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I need these books for a crafting recipe. So I'm going to go through and kind of let these disenchant for a little bit. Let's see if we got a hopper, because then I can just feed them in from the top, like so. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit to work. While that's going, I've gone ahead and started building the recipes I need to craft my quarry. And so the first thing we need is that diamond etched computational piece. That's pretty simple. The next thing we're going to need is a couple of these endothermic pumps. And now those are going to take some ender infused obsidian and some various components. Looks like I don't have everything yet. So I know I'm going to need a fair number of these. So, fortunately, those craft pretty quick. I need the pickaxe. I think there was 2 of those. And then, what was in the center? It's the endothermic pump. Oh, the center was the Eye of Ender. Just a few of those. Let's go ahead and make 10. Why not? While those are crafting, we'll go over and see how this guy's doing here. So we're getting some books. Ooh, what's this got on it? Unbreaking, unstable. So what I'm doing here is basically these items have the enchants on them, and I'm stripping the enchants off of them and storing them into books. And of course I'm getting the enchanted items from the mob killer we have over here. So the spawn room I have. The light is still turned on, but I'm still getting a good stream of mobs spawning and a lot of enchanted items to work with. So we'll get something set up here eventually to automate this, because I do actually want to kind of build a library of enchantments. And once we get to 4 of those, we should be able to give it a try. See, that's how our Eyes of Ender are doing. There's those 2. Awesome. If we go back and look and see what our quarry, we need a diamond pickaxe. We'll just go ahead and, of course, I need sticks. Craft a few hundred of those. So we have essentially everything we need except for this last piece here called an ender core. And so these are pretty straightforward. They've got the ender infused obsidian and the Eye of Ender, but then they've got this magical wood block here. And that requires enchanted books to create. And so I need 4 of those per one of these, so I'm going to need 8 of the magical wood. So that is why I'm disenchanting these. And when you do this, let's pull up the magical wood. There it is. We need a bookshelf. taught it how to make some books, except I'm out of sugar cane. Let's go ahead and steal a few of those back. And the hope is that I can get the number of magical wood that I need in one crafting recipe. We'll see how many I get. So the amount of magical wood I get as a return is based on the enchantments that I put in. And of course I put them in the wrong order. What am I doing? Clicking randomly around. There we go. Yeah, so that one gave me 3. That's not quite enough. So I'm going to need quite a few more books, which means I'm going to need quite a few more sugar cane. And it's mainly because I'm pulling off all of these level 1 enchants. If I had grabbed like the level 2 or the level 3 enchants that are in the chest over there, I probably could get more, but I'd have to... I don't put those in there. I'd have to burn those higher level enchantments, and I don't want to do that. So I am going to take a few minutes here to disenchant some more things, and I'll come back when I've got all 8 of the magical wood I need. Okay, I think I've got enough to make the 2 ender cores I need now, with a few left over. And like that, we have ourselves an ender quarry. Now, this machine is, by default, will dig similar to the Buildcraft one. What it does, though, is it digs, instead of digging a layer at a time, this one digs a column at a time. So it should get to some of the richer materials much faster because it digs from top to bed, from ground level to bedrock in one column, and then comes in one and digs another column, so on and so forth. When it does that, it actually replaces the blocks it removes with dirt so that it doesn't leave a hole in the ground. I kind of prefer to have the hole in the ground so that I know where it's digging. So I'm going to add to this the Quarry World Hole upgrade. And as we can see here, we need some pure crystals. Looks like about, well, a couple dozen of those, so we'll go ahead and get those cooking up. And what else do we need for that guy? We need a trash can, which is pretty easy to make, like so. And we need an Ender Quarry upgrade base, which here's where our QED comes into play. So we need some Ender infused obsidian around some burnt quartz. That should be pretty easy. Let's see, we need 4 of these. Oops, too many. And then some burnt quartz. Go ahead and craft one of them. And we should see it. There it is. Burnt quartz. All right, then we'll run upstairs to our QED. So this is very similar to the crafting mechanism of just any sort of crafting grid, except for once all the items are placed, we see our crystals begin to hum, and we actually, because we've got 10 of these, it goes pretty quick. And we get our Ender Quarry upgrade. Now, one of the tricks to the QED here, or the quadratic equation device, let's look away and look back. Now it is the quark electron detector. And we've got to turn, I think it's about 90 degrees, and then back again, and it'll change names. So quantum ender device. What else? Quacky ender, ooh, I like the quacky ender device. Let's stick with that one for a while. And it'll just keep changing names, so every time we look at it, it'll be something different. So that made our quarry upgrade base. We need to make these pillars, though. How's our... oh yeah, I can look here. Yep, they're growing. So, while that's cooking up, let's take a look at some of the other possible upgrades that we can do on this guy. So we've got the hole upgrade, we've got the silk touch upgrade. Now that's not that's something that I wouldn't mind having, because that, of course, is going to add Silk Touch to this. Instead of breaking the block, it will return the entire block of ore. We can put fortune upgrades on it, but the thing to keep in mind with this is to look at the power drain multiplier. So like the whole upgrade, there's just a 1x multiplier, which is, it doesn't increase our power draw at all. The Silk Touch is a 1.5, so now it's going to take 1.5 times as much power to dig the same amount. For Fortune 1, it's 5x. For Fortune 2, it's 20x. And for Fortune 3, it's 80x. So it starts to really get very expensive, incredible power draw if you try to do the Fortune 3. I'm not too interested in that, so I'm not going to worry about that. Same with the speed upgrades. They do increase pretty dramatically. And then the Ender Quarry Pump upgrade. This would then drain the fluid as well as dig out the materials. Again, not too interested in that. But the speed upgrade may not be a bad idea. Yeah, those are going to be a little bit harder to make because we need these efficiency enchants. Same with the Silk Touch. I need to have Silk Touch on a golden pickaxe. So I don't know if I've gotten anything that has Silk Touch yet. I haven't seen it, or at least I don't remember seeing it when I've been looking through these. I'll just kind of browse through them real quick. See if I can find anything. Auto smelt on a bow? Why? Random number generator? Why? Why would you put auto smelt on a bow? That makes no sense. I guess if you wanted to make fried chicken. I don't know. Lots of unbreaking. That's not helpful. Silk touch, silk touch, silk touch. I'm not feeling the silk touch, so we probably won't be able to do the silk touch right now. I will have to keep an eye out for it. And once I get it, I will disenchant it. Nope. I'm going to say we have no silk touch. So, for now, we're just going to have to do the whole upgrade. Looks like those guys are done cooking over there, so we should have our quartz. And fortunately, we can use the purified quartz crystals to make a block of quartz. That's very nice. Because, of course, we get a 2-to-1 return on that. And we'll just do that one upgrade for now. So those are 2 items. The last thing we need are the, if I can spell it right, we need the ender markers, which again, this is a QED recipe, so we need a couple of ender infused obsidian and an ender pearl to make 1 ender marker. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a few of these left. Need about 4 of those and 2 of these. And all we need to do is make, sorry, I need 3 of these. I was going to say I only need 2, but actually I need 3. Because, of course, I need to be able to mark 3 points to make a square. So we'll grab these and just like so. Half there and half there. Everything starts humming, and we should get these out pretty quick. And there's 3 markers. So now, with those guys, we have everything we need to make this work. So it's nighttime. I'll go ahead and sleep. And then we're going to head over to our village off in the distance where we have the Buildcraft Quarry set up, and we are going to replace it with an Ender Quarry. So here we are at the village, and if I remember right, I left the Ender Quarry, or the Buildcraft Quarry, over here. There it is. We can see that it is finished all the way down to bedrock. Very nice. Oh, tin. I always get distracted by tin and think it's diamonds, but no, just tin. So for this setup, we don't need any of this. We don't need you. We don't need you or you. And we do need you. I think that'll do for now. So I have to decide where I want to put this. And I kind of want to move out away from any place I might want to... Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot this walled village was over here. we need to populate this place someday. But for now, I don't want to mess with that spot. Let me fly around for a bit with my trusty ring and see if I can come up with a nice place that I want to devastate the landscape. Just flying around and not too far from where I was just a minute ago, and there's another walled village. That's pretty cool. This one looks like it kind of a little harbor. Not bad. If you're not familiar with the walled villages like this is I believe it's witchery that adds the walled villages, and then it also adds in these walled villages they're kind of nice if you want to move into them because they're actually defended by guards. Let's see if we can find... Oh, there's one. So there's these guards here that defend the city. Yeah, so you can see he's from witchery. And they're pretty easy to secure, you know, if you get them lit up well and get the walls, like this one, the wall looks like it's kind of been eaten by the landscape, but if you get the walls all the way around the city, you just light it up well and no mobs will spawn, and you have a decent walled protected area. Anyway, more exploration. Well, I think I found my candidate. So I had some weird terrain generation here. It just kind of jets up out of the ground for no apparent reason. I blame the random number generator of the server. So, why not? It's a kind of a little swampland here. Not really any trees, lots of water. What is it? It's called a moor. Okay. I will take it. And I will make it my mining location. Okay. I'm back. Apparently, the server crashed. It happens sometimes. Hopefully it wasn't something I clicked on. So let's try this again, shall we? And everybody looking happy. Good, good. All right. Anyway, so to set this up, we start with our ender markers. And these are similar to the landmarks that we used for Buildcraft, but they have one distinct difference. With the Buildcraft landmarks, they broke when they were done. So you set them up and then put down the quarry, and the scaffolding kind of built itself and ran from there. The way this works is that the markers are going to stay here. And so it starts off with, I'm going to put one down. And I'm going to look at my coordinates here and see that I'm at level 93Y. And it looks like negative 973. One of the big bonus or benefits of these ender markers and this ender quarry is that it really has no size limit. At least none that I've ever discovered. So we can go pretty far out here. Except I need some dirt to build up. Of course I don't have a shovel. Why would I carry a shovel? That would make too much sense. Alright. So let's see, where were we? Negative 973. And 92, I believe. And we'll know this. We'll know how we have it right if we put this down and we get some particle effects, which we didn't. So let me figure out where I'm at again, because I've obviously gotten it wrong. So let's see. No, 93. Okay, I need to go up one more level. I had the coordinates right, except for the Y level was off by 1. So we still have to be at the same level and everything, like we did with the Buildcraft. And if we did that, there they go. So they've linked up. So you see those particle effects, and it should be in the direction of the other one. So we'll go over here, and we'll see that that one is doing the same thing. So these guys will automatically connect to each other as the Buildcraft ones did. So that one's lit up this way. We're going to 1944, or 1994, excuse me, and 93. So we'll fly out in this direction for a little ways. Not too far. About like that. And we'll get on the correct Z, which looks like that one. We need to come up one more block. And there we go. And like that, we are ready to go. So now the last thing we have to do is take our Ender Quarry and we place it right on the any one of these corners. So this guy is, as we can see, he's talking to both of those, and we're making a square out of this. So we put this down and right click it, and it tells us that it's analyzed the fence boundary and it has successfully established a boundary. Then what we're going to do to use these upgrades, we just place it next to it and we see that it kind of connects like so. Last thing, we'll take our Tesseract. We'll put it on channel 10, which it already is. It's receiving all except we want it to... Oops. We want it to send items, and fluids we don't care about. So we're going to send items, we're going to receive energy, and lastly, I need a stick, because I need a redstone signal. Well, poo. I thought I had everything I needed. Fortunately, I have lots of trees around. Get some wood and some stone. Of course, I can't find any stone. Come on. Sorry about this. Just takes a second. So the wood will break apart to make sticks. Put a stick and a piece of cobblestone. Make a lever. And I've already lost it. We're over here? Over here. What the... Ah, over there. Bingo. Alright, before we forget, let's put a waypoint. Let's call it a quarry. There we go. Waypoint successful. Good. And go. Oh. Turn that guy to low. This guy should be getting power. He holds a lot of power. And if we go off, it usually starts on this leg. So if we go off on the end of this one, we should see that in fact we have a giant hole in the ground. And we're getting these particle effects. And we are pulling some serious power because that thing is cruising. Oh boy. That thing is cruising. Just like with the Buildcraft Quarry, this auto chunk loads itself, so I don't really have to worry about any chunk loading. Everything inside the boundary of this guy is automatically chunk loaded. So this is a nice compact build because the quarry is sending its items into the Tesseract and it's pulling its power from the Tesseract. And as you can see, we are draining power from our primary storage pretty quickly. And if we turn it off, I'm pretty sure that redstone signal turns it on and off. We should be able to kind of see where it's at here. Maybe. It's under the water, so nope, it's still running. Okay, So the redstone signal doesn't do anything for me. Could have swore it did. Maybe I've got to have it on the quarry itself. Well, anyhow, this is working. So let's head back to the base and see how much power this thing's sucking, because I know it's got to be sucking a lot. There's my village. Meet you back at the base. So yeah, we can see, get this, let me get NEI out of the way here real quick. Why isn't this, there it goes. We can see we did a pretty good damage to our energy buffer here, but it's filling back up nicely. So much so that we are actually, our computer's doing great. We've got the rods at 40%, 50%, so it's inserting the control rods and slowing down the reaction. Hopefully we should get a sense of kind of what the average is, because this will bounce around a certain number. I'm guessing, well, actually it should bounce around. Yeah, we'll see where it kind of lands. We'll let that stabilize for a while. Looks like we might be, nope, still going up. Okay, well, we'll let that set for a while. And if we go up here, we should see that our machines are running. Yes, sir, we have materials coming in by the significant numbers. I've got a bit of a backlog here, so that means I need to do some upgrading and possibly, yeah, like that stone one's full. Some of these other guys are full. So, yeah, I've got some more upgrades to do on these to get them all so I can store more in them. But I also want to change these out. So one of the there's a different type of drawer. Let's bring up. Excuse me. Bring NEI back up so we can see things. So if we look at our storage drawers, if I spell it right, there's another type of drawer called a compacting drawer. And this is a nice little machine for a couple of reasons. So we can see it's pretty easy to build. So let's go ahead and make some more blank patterns, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and teach the system how to make these compacting drawers, because I think we've got just about everything we need, except for maybe, let's see, I'm pretty sure we know how to make the piston, don't we? Yep, we can make the piston. So the only other thing we need is we need to know how to make these drawers. Let's find one that doesn't take a lot of resources. Standard spruce wood drawer. Perfect. So we will put that into our... Almost got 2 columns full. We are... It's nice having lots of storage space there. And see how we're doing here. So we're still crafting a bunch of stuff for those guys. But that's okay. There, the rest of our blank pattern's finished, so now we can really make this work. And these are just regular pistons, I believe. Really? Oh, what? Do I not have planks? I've got planks. Oh, I've got it set for oak wood planks. That's strange. So here's how you reprogram something. Not sure why it's not grabbing the spruce planks, because or dictionary is set, or is it now it's set? Use substitutions. There we go. Okay, that was the problem. where dictionary was not set. So if we come in here and tell this to craft a piston now. There we go. Yep, grab the spruce wood. Perfect. And come back and make our compacting drawer. Just like that. And finish off our second column. Cool. Now we can come in here and request, I don't know, why not? Let's request 20 of them. That seems like a good number. These should craft pretty fast because these are all just, there's no machine interaction required for any of these parts. So they're all just standard crafting recipes. Now to move these, I'm kind of curious. I've got, from Java, I've got a dolly that allows me to move inventories, and I don't know. It does work. Awesome. It does work with these chests. Perfect. So now I'm going to go and make sure that I'm not trying to put any items in here, which this guy's backstuffed anyway, which would explain why he's kind of filling up. And we're going to put the compacting drawer down. And now what this does is I'll just go ahead and take this guy, for example. Let's grab a hopper. And I should probably teach it how to make hoppers. Anyway, so the compacting drawer, as you see, it's kind of got an interesting graphic on it. But one of the things it can do, so if we take our Yellorium here, and let's put this right on top. So now this hopper is going to drain. Of course, it's draining the storage bin, but it's also placing it into the compacting drawer. And what you see is that it's compacting it. So it's taking the ingots and it's making them so that both the ingots and the blocks are available. And what's really cool is because this is tied through the storage controller, if I go over here and look in the AE system and look for Yellorium, what I'll see, and if you watch these numbers, once this one goes up by 9, this one goes up by 1. So both of these are available as items in the AE system. And so this comes in real handy because now I don't have to program crafting recipes to be able to convert from one to the other. So that's something that I want to go through all of these chests here and change them out for compacting drawers. And especially with stuff like these other ingots like gold and iron, the third one here, the one that's not filled with the Yellorium, in this particular instance, that one's going to actually be nuggets. So I'll have nuggets, ingots, and blocks. And this works the same for redstone, it works the same for charcoal and coal, it works the same for lapis. So there's a lot of this stuff that I'm going to actually want to go through and change out for compacting drawers. And as we can see, Herobrine was here. He's visited me again. But with that, it's time to wrap up the episode. So, this is Walrig. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.